Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a Hoya tour of all the Hoyas that I have. I know I did one last year, but plants die or you trade them or sell them or you acquire new ones. So if you want to see last year's, I will link it below also. But then I'm going to do a new one of the Hoyas this year. Okay, so I'm starting with this one. This is my fishtail Hoya, and I have several of these, but this one I got at Walmart. I had to go to about 3 different Walmarts in our area when someone said they found one, and I got this one, and she's doing really great. Um, there are a lot of peduncles, but none of them have bloomed yet, but I just love her anyways. Okay, so this is my compacta, another big box store find from a while ago, and it's so long that I can't even get it all in frame here, but I can link another video where I'm standing up and I'm holding it, but it is probably 5 feet long. And again, several peduncles, none have bloomed yet, but that's okay. Okay, this is my variegated AFF Bertonier. Trying to get all of it in here. This one is usually a pretty easy bloomer, but I don't see any peduncles yet, but that's okay too. I mainly like Hoyas. I buy the Hoyas for the leaves that I like, and if they bloom, it's a bonus. But if you're looking for an easy bloomer, this really, once it gets going, it will be. So yeah, this one hangs in a north-facing window. Okay, this is my Ficii. She has a peduncle that is almost ready to go. And this is the sort of a newer plant for me, but I feel like it does bloom fairly easily. And I'll put a picture up of the last time it bloomed. It's so cute. It's little orange flowers, orange and pink flowers. So here's my Ficii number 1. Then I have a second one. And then let me see if I can get my third one down. And then, of course, you have to have a backup plant, right? In case one of them just, fades away into the distance. Because they do that sometimes. So yeah, I have 3 of these because I just do. Okay, this is my Versalata Splash. Heartleaf Splash. I feel like last year everything got renamed to Verticillata. Verticillata? I don't know. So this one I've had for a while, and I feel like it blooms really easily too. Although last year I cut off the part that had some peduncles, so we're kind of restarting this year, but she's a big, beefy girl. Okay, so this is my Marili, I think is how you say it. I really like this one. It has big leaves. I know the sun is like coming in right now, but that's why they're all in here, because it gets good sun. Okay, this is my largest elliptica. I have several others, and if you'll notice, let's see, there we go. She is on the wait list to be treated for mites. So she's in quarantine right now, but I brought her out. And yeah, I have like several other of these. Oh, look at this one. This one is one of her offspring. There's another one around here somewhere. So she's getting treated soon. Okay, this is my gray ghost. And she has currently 2 peduncles that you can see. I'm really excited. Hopefully those are going to bloom soon. So I love the Shepherdii, and it's a pretty, I feel like, basic Hoya. Not a lot of people desire it or anything like that. And this is sad because I bought this last year from a big seller, and it, besides the white, it came like this, like all chopped up with like woody stems and stuff like that, like it was an old chopped up mother plant. And I emailed them and I was like, hey, kind of disappointed in the appearance of this plant, you know? And they're like, basically, we're just like, oh, well, that's how they come from our cellar. Here's a gift card. I have treated this for mites, as you can see. It has not grown at all since last year, since I got it. So this is one of my wish list plants. I'll be buying one to replace this, but I have it up here separated from all the others just in case it does decide to grow, and then I can chop off the new growth and start a new plant. But it's a total bummer to buy what you think is an established plant. And I have a video about this where you can see like the picture that they posted online is way different than what I got here. So she's just kind of hanging out. I keep watering it in hopes that it will start growing, but it's been, I think, almost a year and nothing. Okay, here is my Rosita, and she's a long girl too, so I can't get her all on the screen, but she hangs just right behind me, and so this one strand is just going kind of nuts, so I just let her be, and yeah. This is one of my Cronianas or Aquinosas, I guess it got re-established. This one's pretty long too, and this one will bloom really easy. So if you're looking to get one that's going to grow fast and bloom really easy, where is that? It's got a little peduncle there. It's got another one, but they just put them out like crazy. So these will bloom all the time and they'll grow really fast. Okay, this is my silver dollar. This is another really kind of, I feel like, under the radar one that people don't talk about a lot. This one is pretty easy to grow too. And the silver is pretty stable. I am propagating this new vine that's coming off just by putting a cup of perlite with a hole and putting the vine through it before it gets leaves. And then I'll just take my scissors and snip it off right here once it has roots, and then I'll have an established propagation. So that's what is currently going on right there. And no peduncles yet, but that's okay because I love the leaves, and that one's huge. Okay, this is another large leaf. This is my Vitalonoids. Don't know how to say it, but this one has a dark secret too. She suffered from mites really badly. This was a one leaf cutting that I got in a trade, and you know, it had mites, and so all the new growth was blasting. That's why it has all that white, and so it finally escaped the mites, and it's putting out a new vine. And so again, I'm propagating it so that once I get a new one without mites, I can probably just throw away the other part, you know. But I'm going to start a new plant. So this one I really want to see the blooms because I've seen pictures online and they look really cool. So I'm hoping once I get a new established plant that it will bloom for me. But these leaves are so big. Okay, this is my Hoya black margin. I need to get it going on the trellis again, but it's putting out some new growth there, so I'm very excited about that. I just love those dark outlines. So cool. Okay, this is my sunrise, and I love how red it gets. And soon I'll be able to wrap it around the other side of this trellis here, but for now, just love looking at those red leaves. Okay, here's another large leaf Hoya. This is my Sabah, Sabah. Again, I'm not good with the names. I need to get this one a trellis. The new growth blasted because it grew and then I didn't give it anything to climb onto. So I've got this leaf here, and I've got all this space in between. So yeah, hopefully we'll get her going on a trellis, but this is where we're at right now. Okay, this is my Weberger. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it gets the pink sunstressed to it, and it's going around the trellis and it's going up again. So really excited for this one too, since a lot of these I got last year, and now they're just kind of maturing and making that second loop around the trellis. So hopefully this one will bloom this year too. Okay, so this is my Hoya sweet scent. And again, it's another one that got going and I just didn't catch it and put a trellis on it in time. So since I'm getting all these out today, maybe I will trellis them. Okay, this is my Crassy Pea. And this one honestly annoyed me for a long time. Like it just sat there, didn't grow, didn't do much. I have a second one because I took a propagation and I'll get that one out. But then all of a sudden it just started taking off. So here we are. We're friends again. Here's my second Crassy Pea. And I'm noticing a trend where I have a lot of Hoyas that I need to trellis. This one was just growing up the side of the cabinet and I put a magnetic clip on the cabinet and I was like, here, hold on to that. I don't have time to trellis you right now. So I think this one's actually longer than the other one probably. But yeah, they sat there for forever, didn't grow, and I put them in the back of a cabinet and I was like, whatever, survive or don't. And then I guess they were like, okay. Okay, this is my other verticillata. It's the silver heart. She's finally getting going, so I'm really excited, and I should probably trellis her before she blasts this vine because I just procrastinated. Okay, this is a hybrid that I got from Sarah. I think her group is called Sarah's Homegrown Hoyas. So it's a hybrid. She calls it a udal, and it is Noel crossed with an unknown. So it's got big leaves, and it's doing really well. And soon I'll be able to. You have to let them grow up first, because if you turn them down, they'll blast. But once this is long enough, I'll just swoop it around. But yeah, this one's a fun one. She's got big leaves. I don't know what the bloom looks like. Okay, this is another hybrid from Rick. If you know who Rick is, I'll link his Facebook group too. I don't know. It just has like 392 SR or something. So I can't remember if this is his hybrid or Sarah's hybrid, but he's always sharing her hybrids in the group. So this one is another hybrid where I don't know what the flower looks like, but okay, another hybrid from Sarah. I can actually link the video of me unboxing. I bought a mystery box of her Hoyas, so I can link that as well if you want to see. They were just like 1 or 2 node cuttings. This one is about to go around the trellis also. But yeah, it's another kind of just big, nice flat leaves. This is another one of the hybrids from Sarah's mystery box, and that's what I have written on there. Verticillata red. RHM. Yeah, so I don't know if it's like a Rick and Sarah or like one of his seedlings. I don't know. Another Hoya from Sarah's mystery box. This one is called the Quimby. Another mystery Hoya. This is, well, that is dirty. This is, she calls it her Hollis. And need to do a little trimming here. Another mystery Hoya. This is called the Zeppelin. And the tag it has RHM and then SR. So I don't know if it's another collaboration with them. But here we are. It has kind of cool like curved shaped leaves. Okay, this is my ring stand, and we had a rocky start to our relationship too, but it's doing much better. And I heard that this one is also an easy bloomer, so I'm very excited when that time comes. This is a sad story. This is my Bella. Last summer, I had an amazing, crazy, bushy, wild Hoya Bella. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do that thing where people put it outside and for the summer and blah, blah, blah. And it got aphids. like literally all over it. So I chopped it up and, the stems that didn't have any, I had a couple other propagations, but they didn't survive. This one, and I have this little tiny, tiny one back here. That's it. That's all I have left of my big girl. So I'm very sad, but hopefully by the end of the summer, I'll be back to where I was. The Bella blooms all the time too, so it's really sad to lose one like that. And yes, here's my other elliptica that I was talking about. Couldn't remember where she was. She was just up there behind me. So this might be my new mother plant. I don't know. We'll see. This is my Latifolia Sarawak, and we're always having trouble. I feel like I treat it for mites and it always comes back. But now she's finally put out this big, gorgeous stem, and I think we're on the up and up. So you can see the mite treatment back there and like the stubby growth. But I think we're past that. Okay, here's my AFF Bertonier. Another really easy Hoya to grow, easy to bloom, and the blooms smell caramely butterscotchy. So that's really fun because there's some other ones that smell really bad. So if you want a good smelling one, I would suggest this one and the Linearis. The Linearis smells kind of citrusy, which is really fun, and it's kind of yellow. These are like a reddish color. Okay, this is my Para Elbow, and it was a newer-ish propagation sort of over the winter, so I feel like it didn't grow a whole lot, but now that the days are getting longer, it's doing really well. These are all grown like with a window light. So the light that's hitting me, that's how they're growing. I can post a picture of the setup. I have a window over there and it has, like the transparent film on it so that they can get light, but they're not going to get burned. And so, yeah, most of my growing season is in the summer. I do have some with grow lights, but mainly just regular window light. Okay, these are my Matilda splashes that obviously I just got from Home Depot. And they also just sit in a windowsill. But I got two of them just because with the Home Depot plants, you never know, if they're going to survive. So got one, and then you get an insurance plant. Okay, this is my Potsii, but then after I got it, I think I got reclassified to I call it the Jack Nicholson, because that's what the name, like how I read it in my brain. Um, so yeah, it got reclassified, I think, but I guess I'll still call it Potsii, Potsy, or however you say it. Okay, this is my Pupacalix Splash. She's quite long. She hangs in a window. And if you are wanting a fast-growing splashy Hoya, that you're not worried about like, oh, it's going to lose its splash, etc., this is the one you need. Boop. And I have a propagation right there behind me. And I have another one too, but this is like my longest one. Okay, this is a Finlaysonii hybrid. It's got a new growth coming out. And I really do like these sort of crocodile style leaves. They're so thick once they mature, and they kind of just look leathery and kind of dinosaur-y. Okay, so you saw my green compacta. This is my variegated compacta, and she's really pushing out some new growth. She hangs in the same window, north-facing window, that the Pupacalix does. Here's my two Callies. Again, this one got mites like a long time ago, and once it finally got new growth, I took it off and propagated it because I'd just rather start fresh with a new plant. And this one has two peduncles already, but I keep this one around just in case it, decides to power through and put out some new growth. And, from this angle, she looks really good. You know what I mean? This is not good. This is my Serpens. I have had this for years, okay? And it starts to do well, and then it starts to die. So I have to take propagation and start over. And that one seems like it's doing okay, but we don't get along. I don't know why. So if you have Serpens tips, let me know, because Okay, I know I said I was going to start with bigger ones, but they're kind of buried behind the smaller ones. And so then I kind of like forgot. And then I'm like, oh, I have this one too. So this is a just like regular green macrophylla, but it grows in a windowsill also. So it gets really sun stressed. And you know what? I haven't taken it down in a while. And I'm like, ooh, you're looking good. This is my little Harry. This is a brand new propagation that I just did because my main plant finally grew out a little bit. So I took some cuttings and it has these sort of concave leaves that are really firm. So it's different than a lot of the ones that I have, and I'm really excited to see this one fill out. Okay, this is my Retusa. Looks like I've been overwatering it. It's dripping water. Um, I'm really excited about this one because it has a little peduncle there. I don't know if you can see it. And I've heard that this one blooms like crazy too. And I can't wait until it's just like a big, bushy, tangled mess. So it's dripping water again. So yeah, maybe I need to let this one dry out a little. This is my mini bell Splash, but I think it's reverted. And she's just a regular mini bell now, which is fine. But she is hanging, so she's been growing this long vine downwards. We'll see where it goes. Okay, so this is my Linearis. If you saw the video last year, I had this size pot, but it was just huge, lush pot. But I ended up selling it, and I started over with a new mother plant. And eventually I'll like cut these and stick them back in, cut these and stick them back in. But yeah, I just thought, it's not as impressive as the one last year, but she's getting there. Oh, I should have added part of the reason that it is looking so bare, my Linearis, is that I've taken about 5 or 6 propagate like of these propagations, and I have several of these growing. So she's been chopped recently. That's why. Okay, so I didn't want to untangle all of this because it grows all the way up. And but this is the window. This is that pubicalyx, and then there's another pubicalyx down here, like way lower, that is just growing like crazy in this window. So I didn't want to untangle it, and I decided to bring you back here and show you. Okay, so that is the Hoya Tour. I have propagations upon propagations of each of those, and that would have taken way too long to show you these little tiny, 2-inch plants. So I didn't, but when they start blooming, I will compile a video of all the blooms for you guys. Like I did last year, I did a bloom tour, and that one will be linked below as well if you want to see all the blooms. I love watching those videos because, I'm looking forward to what my plants are going to look like. Say if someone has one that I don't have, or they have one that I have that hasn't bloomed yet. So yeah, I'll link all those below. And thank you for watching my Hoya tour. And I look forward to seeing all of your comments and what you have in your collection right now and things like that.